This is your Barbados Today evening news update on this rainy Monday, October 23rd, 2017. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ryan Jilt. The current economic environment is proven to be a major headache for investors, and the island's falling foreign exchange reserves is limited at least one company's ability to diversify its portfolio. Investment Director at Fortress Fund Managers, Roger Cave, says the recent downgrade of Barbados' long-term local currency sovereign credit rating to CCC from CCC+ should not be ignored. At a newly introduced media lunch and learn session today at Fortress's Hink Street, Bridgetown offices, Cave told journalists that the downgrade is a serious concern for investors.
Yeah, I think the downgrades are a concern, obviously, for for everyone, particularly for investors like ourselves, and it means that the ability to repay and honour the debt repayments as and when they come due is clearly a concern to the rating agencies and by extension ourselves as investors. So it is a concern, but we are hopeful, and steps are being taken by policymakers to try and correct the situation from where it is.
Despite the lingering dark clouds, though, Cave said the tourism sector is the silver lining. The sector is on course to record growth in the coming months, and this should be a boost for the local companies.
Well, it's been difficult, I think, for companies operating here. As you said, the economy has been low or low growth for the last number of years, and part of that has been caused by the fact that our debt levels have risen. We're running deficits that have caused increased taxes that put pressure on the economy as a whole. So that is still there. I think on the positive side, we're seeing increased tourism numbers, and the prospects for the coming year look to be good. So we hope that some growth will come back to help local companies.
Health Minister John Boyce wants Barbadians to change their mindset about the psychiatric hospital. Addressing the inaugural Friends of the Psychiatric Hospital Appreciation Ceremony at the weekend, Minister Boyce said the mentally ill need support from family, friends and the general public to be successfully reintegrated into the society. In this regard, he applauded the tangible and intangible donations made by individuals, businesses, church groups and non-profit organizations.
In the process of making your individual and corporate contributions, you have raised awareness of what can be done to ensure that people with mental health problems are given the opportunity to live life with dignity. This awareness is essential in light of documented trends which predict that 1 in 4 adults and 1 in 10 children are likely to have a mental health problem in any given year. Such high incident rates can have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of our families and friends. Early recognition of mental illness and appropriate clinical interventions are crucial in averting such an impact and maintaining an ability to sustain relationships, work, or just get through the day. Through your partnership and general association with the psychiatric hospital, the community is becoming well-informed and the negative attitudes to mental health are being eroded.
Government is spending $100,000 on national and sporting development programs to benefit the island's youth. Sports and Youth Minister Stephen Lashley says in under 2 weeks' time, close to 1,000 young people between the ages of 12 and 21 will be given basic training in 8 sporting disciplines: football, cricket, lawn tennis, basketball, volleyball, road tennis, hockey and netball. Lashley made the revelation at his Sky Mall office this morning. The program will run over a period of 13 weeks.
All across Barbados between the ages of 12 and 21. And they've been selected from the various constituencies or communities. The Commonwealth and the CARICOM Design Sports for Life model is the model that is applied in this program to impart skills outside of the realm of sport, but all associated with adolescent development. We all are aware that adolescence is a very critical part of the development of our young people. That's when all of the various things are flowing through the veins of young people. They're fully energized, and we hope that the energy is positively directed. So this is part of what that program aims.
A 3-day period of mourning for the late Governor General Sir Clifford Husbands from Wednesday, November 1st to Friday, November 3rd has been announced. During this time, all flags will be flown at half-mast until after Sir Clifford's burial, which takes place following his state funeral on November 3rd at the St. Louis Parish Church, beginning at 10 a.m. In addition, condolence books will be available for signing on Wednesday, November 1st and Thursday, November 2nd at the Supreme Court on White Park Road, St. Michael, from 8:15 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. on both days. A condolence book will also be placed at Harrison College during the period of mourning between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Sir Clifford was appointed as Barbados' 6th Governor General in 1996 and served until his retirement on October 31st, 2011. He passed away on Wednesday, October 11, at the age of 91.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Join us from November 16th to 19th, 2017 for the Barbados Food and Rum Festival, where acclaimed Barbadian chefs and mixologists are joined by Chef Jean-Georges of the US, Chef Tom Akins of the UK, Chef Chris De La Rosa of Canada to create dining experiences to delight the senses. Visit ticketpal.com and all TicketPal locations to get your tickets, and visit foodandrum.com for more information.
On to the region now. Antigua and Barbuda's Tourism and Investment Minister Esot Michael has been fired. Prime Minister Gaston Brown today instructed the country's Governor General to revoke the appointment of Michael with immediate effect. The action came after Michael was arrested by Metropolitan Police when he landed in England this morning. Prime Minister Brown admitted that he did not know why Michael was arrested, but he said that his detention was enough to relieve him of his duty. The Prime Minister promised to disclose the details of the arrest once he received official information. And in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez is once again reassuring Vincentians that national security is his top priority. He says his government has increased spending on the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, moving from $16 million on 650 police officers to over $32 million on 850 officers.
I hear sometimes people on the street would say, but how that killing this song so professional? Tell me if I don't make sure that the posts of the magistrates are filled, if I don't develop a prosecutorial service. Tell me about those things, which if I don't try to educate children. Tell me about those things. Criticize me on those things. But don't reduce a complex matter to this nonsensical, childish, political rubbish.
On the international scene now, where the United Kingdom is making it mandatory for doctors to check patients' immigration status before offering them free health care. The new rule means that some migrants and visitors to England will be charged up front for treatment. The government says it's necessary to recover vital funds, but the critics are saying it may prevent vulnerable people from getting treatment they need.
Care is a right. Healthcare is a right.
They say they train to cure diseases, not check immigration documents. Rita is a doctor who thinks the new rules, requiring NHS workers to make sure patients are eligible for free care, are unworkable, even immoral. She's based in a part of London with high immigration. Although most Europeans and people needing emergency care or with infectious diseases don't have to pay, she worries the new rules may prevent the sick from coming forward.
When people don't seek healthcare when they need it, then their conditions become worse, and then they'll be eligible for urgent or immediately necessary treatment, which will incur charges to the NHS, and the charges will be much more than the charges would have initially been for more standard secondary care.
In theory, the NHS has already been charging non-eligible foreigners. The difference now, it's asking for money up front.
And that's where we end this edition of news, but for the very latest, you can check our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Don't forget you can tune in as well to Mix 96.9 FM for more. I'm Ryan Gilt. Have a good evening.